keep trying to put my boots on, and Chi-Chi will not stop dancing with me. He wants to fight this morning. Maybe he'll leave me alone so I can get this done. Hi everybody, I'm Sarah, and welcome to the Big Blue House Homestead. I'm working with a foggy morning. This fog is rolling in, not out, so it makes me a little uneasy. There's 3.5 acres back here that is unmanaged. It needs to be bush hogged, and then beyond that is woods. And the last thing I want to do is go sit down in my garden and have something tap me on the shoulder and say, hey, I made it through the fog. And then I have some sort of weird predator issue or whatever. Yeah, I don't like fog. It creeps me out. So I'm going to work fast this morning because I've got rain coming in and I've got a lot of things to get done. But I want to give you some quick updates on what's been happening. I didn't put out a video yesterday because I was just very, very busy. And then I was a very big grump, and I don't want to do grumpy videos because I don't think people would like Grumpy Sarah, because Grumpy Sarah's not fun. So didn't film yesterday, but I have to update you because there's been a lot of changes. I've got an empty greenhouse. It just has one little plant in there that I'm trying to let harden off because it was still one in the house. So tiny, I didn't want to lose it, so I left it in longer than the rest. But I've got a lot of stuff done. You can see all these buckets. Look at this, all the way down. So every one of those extra tomato plants finally made it in. And so they're growing and doing their thing. I got some sweet potatoes planted finally. I used containers to do that because I did not make a space to put them in the ground, and I don't know how I forgot to do that. I think it may have been when my tiller died. I forgot to till an extra area. I don't know. I got overwhelmed with a little bit of gardening this year, getting so much put in and so quickly, so I just put them in containers and we'll see what happens. They should work. I've seen lots of people do it across the board and they have success, but lots of things happening. Melon Patch is clearing up so I can start planting the watermelons. I've got the trampoline moved over this way so that I can start doing the melon patch there. Lots of changes in the garden, and I have to do seed saving because there's a lot of stuff that needs to be plucked. Okay, so let's just show you guys some updates and move forward from there. Emma should be coming out any minute to let the chickens out. That just shows you how early it is. And no, I am not a morning person. So bear with me because I'll probably give up pretty quickly. I might want to go in for another cup of tea and wake up a little bit more, but we'll see, you know, one of those mornings. But yeah, I don't like this fog at all. It's actually, you can't even tell, but it's everywhere. It's coming in around me, and I've got sunshine coming out finally, so that's nice. But it's coming in around me. I can't even see my neighbors across the street. They're completely fogged out. Fog and mist everywhere. And I don't even know if this video will turn out because seriously, it's like standing in the mist. So yeah, anyway, let's go do some updates. All right, this is the melon patch. And since I don't have a tiller right now, I had to do all this with just a saddle hoe. I call it a saddle hoe. A lot of people call it other things, but I'll just show you what it is. It's this type. The stirrup, saddle hoe, whatever you want to call it. But I did all that by hand. All of my herbs are doing great. They're doubling up in size over here. I think they're happy to be in with the actual garden. All right, so I've got 3 bags of potatoes here that do not look great. The plants are dying. I mean, you can clearly see there's not much going on in there. So we're going to use that today and plant an area for pumpkins as well. And I'm just going to reuse this soil and then add amendments and work it all out. But I pulled all the tops up on my bags and went ahead and refilled them with more soil. I have a couple that I didn't because they're still struggling. And yeah, they're bug eaten, but you know, there's still potatoes in there, I checked. But they may come back through and grow stronger. So I'm gonna leave them for a couple, I don't know, 3 or 4 more days and check on them just to see what happens. I try to leave as many weeds around these as possible for the bugs to eat those, but they just want to eat my potatoes. Oh well. It's almost time to get rid of potatoes anyway. Season's getting close to the end. So I kind of messed up here. You see that? I have okra with beans. So I don't know what happened. I don't know if maybe I planted beans in here and forgot, or the kids did and didn't tell me, but okra and beans, I guess. Hopefully they do well together. These were one of the last peppers that I put in, and they're already doubling in size. So I'm pretty excited about that. That means I'm going to have some good peppers over here. And these are just like a carnival mix. It's not really carnival mix. It was Grand Bell mix. So there's different colors, yellow, red, purple, white, all of it. So we'll see how that happens to turn out. I'm not sure which plant does what, but we'll figure it all out. I got some pretty cool mushrooms growing in my garden. I don't know anything about wild mushrooms, so I never mess with them just because you never know what's going to happen. But yeah, it's always a good sign when you have mushrooms in your garden. My beets are getting huge. Look at this. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know if you can see that, but see how big that beet is? The onions are actually starting to flower at this point, so that's pretty cool. I'm going to get seed from those real soon. But all of these Kentucky Wonder pole beans on this fence, man, they are not doing great. I need to spray, but it's so rainy. But I guess they're doing pretty good. You can see they're already starting to vine up. I have to get in here and get these weeds out. And then after the rain today, maybe get something sprayed on them because they're getting a little eaten. My zucchinis are getting really big. They should start setting zucchinis here real soon. Hopefully, because I'm ready to start getting some stuff out the garden. But yeah, they're doing great. All right, I know I still have weeds, and I got to fix my scarecrow back there, the pole split, the bamboo. But my corn is all shooting up, so that's pretty cool. That means it's good seed, and I will get some corn this year. Right, here are some of the tomatoes that I planted during my leggy tomato video. And you can see how big they're getting already. They're like tripling in size almost. But yeah, I'm gonna have to come out and prune all these bottom leaves off so that I don't have anything touching the dirt. And that way we can keep these a little bit disease free, but we'll see. All right, so where I spilled my okra seed everywhere, you see all those okra that just popped up? Yeah, I got a ton coming up today. This whole bed is like filling up now. Got a bunch of beans back here popping up. I do have a few weeds and a little row of habanero peppers. I wanted to separate those as far as I could because they're the hottest I think that I actually grew this year. But yeah, beans popping up. And then I have more corn. All right, in this last long bed that I have the corn at the front, tomatoes, beans, jalapenos, fennel, and cosmos, and all these sunflowers. See, all my sunflowers are coming up. Down that whole line. And then I have a bunch more. Coming down on the end. So yeah, this should be surrounded with sunflowers before no time. My rhubarb's doing really, really good. It's already doubled in size and it's only been like 4 or 5 days. And then my basil's already setting off second leaves. And that's the neighbor's cat coming over. So now I got to kick her out my garden. Had one yesterday. I think it was the neighbor behind me. His cat was in the garden. And that was pretty fun. Couldn't figure out how to get out. And I'm chasing a cat against a fence line and it just keeps jumping and bouncing off of it like it was an electrical fence. It was great. Lots of fun chasing cats out of your garden. All right, there's actually 3 plants in here. I don't know how well they're gonna do. One of them was just like nothing. I mean, you can see it's got one little tiny leaf part, so we'll see what happens. But these are the sweet potatoes. And I already have a slug in there, so I'll get that out in a second. But I planted some more here, but I had to get them planted because look how they're yellowing and turning brown. But then all the new growth is really nice and green. So, yep, I said, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna throw together some peat moss and some soil, throw these into a bin, and get them in the ground to at least try to grow some sweet potatoes. All right, and there's the monster. That's the trampoline. And I'm gonna fill that with melons, and that's gonna be a nice ground cover, and then it's gonna be full of melons, and it'll be like a big melon cradle, just full of plants. So yeah, I can't wait to get that planted today, but I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. Okay, so basically what I'm gonna do is where all of these poles come up, I'm gonna plant one plant. And that gives me an accurate amount of spacing for all of these melons. So in reality, that's 12 melon plants that I'm gonna put on this trampoline. It's a large trampoline, so there is plenty of space and room. And it was just, it had a hole in it. My kids don't use it. And I didn't want to throw it away because it's a really nice structure. I was going to turn it into a chicken tractor, but I'm not ready for that. So this year I'm just going to use it as a melon thing. I don't know what you would call it, a melon corral. But yeah, I'm going to stand in the middle and show you how big this trampoline actually is. It's really big. Okay, so as you can see, my garlic is not doing well at all. Honestly, it was just store-bought garlic. threw in some cloves just to see, because I'd never grown garlic before. I'm gonna leave one of these because it has escape, but it's starting to split. And see, I can't even pull them out. So I have to get out here with a shovel. Oh, I got this one coming. But yeah, oh, that's not bad. That's a nice little garlic. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and harvest all this garlic today and get this done because, you know, I think it's ready. Okay, so chickens are laying eggs. There's a lot of noise, but I just wanted to tell you about this. I get a hold of some of these crates. I can grab them at thrift stores. Sometimes they're behind grocery stores. Usually, you know, deliver produce in them. But I pulled on my garlic. Well, that's not too bad for a first time growing garlic. Some nice bulbs in here. But anyway, I put my produce in this, and then I just turn my hose on so I can clean it. And because I have it up on here, I'm going to move it over just a little. And then I can just use my hose and spray it down and get off as much of the dirt as I can. Holy cow, look at my hair. Okay, so I actually broke my shovel digging out the garlic. Shows you what it's like to have clay soil. But I think I did pretty good. I had a lot that looked like they were already dividing to go to separate plants. And then I had some that stayed, you know, really nice and good. It actually smells so strong of garlic in here. But see, so I don't know. Maybe I let these go a little bit too long. I've never planted garlic, so this is my first time. But I did get, you know, nice heads of garlic. Not bad. Now, I did it as an experiment. That's part of the thing with me learning about gardening and learning about what I want to grow and, you know, try to grow lots of for self-sustainability. Garlic was a new thing, and I didn't want to spend a lot of money. So I bought a 69-cent pack at the grocery store with 3 little bulbs. Because if I can't grow garlic here, then I only wasted 69 cents rather than, you know, spending the $12 or the $8 or depending on where you buy garlic from. It can be expensive. So I think I can successfully grow garlic, which means I will probably do an entire area next year. That way I can dehydrate it and use it for garlic powders and garlic flakes. And I like to do garlic slivers to throw into my sauces and soups. So yeah, I think I'm gonna start growing garlic more. Really, it's pretty successful for 69 cents. That's a pretty good amount. So yeah, I'm gonna finish cleaning this up and then get it all put away. I think I have to, honestly, I haven't done this before, but I think I have to let it sit for a few days before I can do anything with it. But I may be able to just go ahead and throw some of this in the dehydrator. I don't know, we'll see. I'll do some research. Unless you know, then, you know, comment below. Tell me how I'm supposed to do this, because first time gardener with garlic. So I gotta have some help here somehow. Oh, anyway, I have to work on the melon patch today. I have the melons left to plant, and then I have the dill and the basil and then the flowers, and then I'm completely planted. But like I said, I found some spaces that I think I forgot to put stuff in. So I'm gonna have to figure out what to do with that. I may just end up filling those in with all of my basil and my dill instead of spreading it throughout my garden. I don't know, but I'll figure that all out. But I'm gonna be working pretty hard today. I plan to with the melon cradle, so I'm just gonna call it now, is the melon cradle. I'll show it to you when I'm done. I don't want to sit there and film the whole thing, but what I'm basically doing is I'm planting 1 plant at every post, and that'll give me 12 plants. I may go ahead and double up on a couple because I have 15 plants left that I want to put in the ground. But yeah, I'm gonna plant those, and I haven't figured out, I've got some old wine boxes, like really thick, heavy cardboard I've been saving up for a long time, and I may use those as my pot source to put the dirt in. Like I'll cut the whole entire top off and fill it with dirt, and then put the melon plants in. And then I'm gonna take mulch, because I've had mulch sitting here for about a year in bags, so it should be broken down enough, but I'm gonna just mulch heavily all the way around all of that. And that way I have some weed barrier, as well as something to help keep moisture in, because I know melons take a lot of moisture. They need lots of water to grow. And so what I'm thinking about is if I do the cardboard, it should break down from being wet and having the mulch over it. It'll help it all kind of break down and start to compost. And then it's just gonna be this giant mound. All right, I'll keep my fingers crossed on that one because that's the first time I'm trying that. But I'm repurposing something that I normally would just recycle. Like I said, I've been saving wine boxes for a long, long time. And I was going to actually build a raised bed out of them just to see how that would work. Plus, I thought it'd be funny because it could be like my whiny garden spot. Sorry, it's early and I'm a goofball because I'm tired. So anyway, I was going to build a raised bed and I didn't. And then I decided, well, I need to use them somehow. And if you noticed all the tomato pots, and I'm out of buckets, I'm out of big pots. I've got some, but I'm trying to save them because I'm supposed to get a tree shipment in and I may need to plant those up. And until the herbs are done that are getting pulled and the lettuces and stuff, I need pots. So I'll figure it out, but I'll show you guys what it looks like when it's done. That's what I'm working on today. I've got rain coming through like always. The fog and mist stuff seems to roll out again, which means it's not coming in as much. I can show you. Yeah, see, it's all the way back now. You can see it all across the mountain over there. So that's pretty good. I don't have to feel so eerie being out here this morning anymore. Yeah, I'm gonna go clean the garlic, get it ready. I'm gonna go work on the melon patches. I want to make sure I'm not stepping in ants because I'm tired of ants today already. Busted my knuckle on a brick digging out the garlic, so that was fun. But anyway, I gotta go put on band-aids, wash some garlic, get it put away, work on some melons. Busy day. And then as soon as I get all this done today, I should be completely done. And then I can work on the next projects. Now we do have other stuff going on, like we're putting a pool area over here for the kids. And then I've got a sunflower bed over this way that I still may be able to plant. I haven't decided yet. It's not a priority. And then I have some pumpkins I got to do a big patch for with the pumpkins. So what I'll do is I'll wait on the potatoes and I'll film that. That way you guys can see how many potatoes I got out of those 3 little bags. Because last year I think I had 8 bags and we got like 40 potatoes out of them. So it's, you know, pretty successful. So we'll see. And plus it's early in the season. So I'm just going to get the, you know, the little new potatoes, but they're good. They're edible. And maybe I'll share another really good potato recipe. Some other types that I do. Smashed potatoes, crispy smashed potatoes. They're good with little baby potatoes. But anyways, I'm going to go put a band-aid on because it's starting to sting. I'm going to go wash my fingernails up really good because they look nasty. Get the garlic done and get to work because I got a busy day. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.